leave out the Hines thing and everything else. Just a moment in the game, whether they won or lost, this would be your pull-up-your-socks moment from the weekend.
Yep.
So Brisbane in try-scoring situation, lead runner goes through, barely any contact.
Jack Gojewski it was.
Gojewski, yeah, that's who it was. Yep. And Nico Hines in check and releasing, as in, move on from that attacker to a check and release. He starts to move sideways. He falls over. Like he basically trips, dies, whatever, played up for it, whatever you want to look at. That's not the moment. That's not what I'm worried about. It's the reaction of his teammates in a try-scoring situation, game on the line, that no less than 5 of his teammates put their arms out sideways. And all appeal. And all stop. 5 of them. Pro footballers. Game on the line. And Josiah Karapani not only runs over the line, is allowed to bring the ball 25 metres round under the post, while 5 Cronulla players are in shot with their arms out sideways. I felt that was perhaps the most embarrassing moment for the game of rugby league. I'd struggle to find worse. I would struggle to find worse on that, Brandy, that we have trained our players to reach this position, that there would be a reaction like that in a game, with a game on the line. That was the highest level of embarrassment. Like, not just Cronulla. It's embarrassing for Cronulla. It's embarrassing for the 5 players. But I'm going bigger picture.
Yep.
It's embarrassing for the game that we've got this mindset.
Yeah.
We've created this, that you do that.
Yeah.
Like that. Seriously? Where do we go? That can't be any. That's the bottom of the barrel.
It is.
To a rule that we've got an obstruction and that the players react in that way.
Yeah.
They all gave up and put their arms out.
Stood still. Threw their arms out.
Get the freeze frame. We'll try it. We should probably get the freeze frame, put it on our socials, at Vossy Brandy SEN, with the blokes with their arms out.
It is nearly like it. Well, that is worse than what you see generally when someone, someone gets a hand brush across there, and they penalty.
But this is next level.
This is next level.
And now here's the good thing of that. Adam G is in the bunker yesterday. I'm pretty right. I'm sure of saying that. He was in the closet. That
was Adam G.
Adam G, I'm standing up saluting you right now.
Yeah.
Because you made a common sense call.
Yep.
And said, no, that's not obstruction.
No.
He has checked.
He stopped.
And released, and he's fallen over.
Yeah.
And it's not my problem that all his teammates decide to stop and give up the ghost. Adam G, I salute you for saying try. I called it a hallelujah moment in the call. But the actual embarrassment of the moment, the freeze frame, has anyone seen worse? Pull up your socks. And I don't know who I direct the pull up your socks at, whether it is the players or the game.
Or just what we've become.
What we've become.
Yeah, what we've become.
These big athletes.
Appealing.
They train from November.
Yeah.
For fitness and all of that to get to this moment, that you would all put your arms up and say, oh, come on, sir. We're not.
Can we penalise them for that?
He ran from the corner. But he ran all the way
around. But can we penalise players for appealing? Why don't the refs say, mate, you worry about playing the game. Let me control it. Let me referee it. That used to happen.
It ended up 34-28. But I'm saying Reynolds kicked one, missed one from left touchline. Karapani should have been Reynolds should have been kicking from the touchline. Instead, he had one from beside the posts.
Yeah.
Because they're all standing there with their arms out.
That's a fair enough pull up your socks.
I think it's our best ever. All Day Socks by Underworks. The number one down under for socks. Who saw it of you out there? Who saw it? 0457 736 736. Vossy needs a donut run, please, for a sugar hit. He's getting wound up. Well, I am wound up about it. I thought, I love the game of rugby league, but I'm embarrassed by that. If anyone wants to put the slipper into rugby league on that, a football fan who we give it to over players feigning injury, if there's any rugby union person who thinks that we give them the slip, you can put the slipper into league based on that. I call it the Mitchell Moses effect. Arms up in the air. Embarrassing says 687. Okay, all right. But there you go. Pull up your socks. We go all the way back to Friday night. And a beautiful moment with father-son there. Jed Stewart doesn't just make his first-grade debut.
Scores a
son
try.
of Ricky, scores a try. Let's start with Ricky Stewart in our round review, talking about that moment and the debut of his son.
Now, this week's been the hardest week I've had since I've coached because, from a father's point of view, you just, I don't want him to come out and be
6
man of
foot.
the match. I just want him to hold his own, and that's all I wanted, and he did that. And, the amount of times I've been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning with some real bad thoughts. Didn't get any of those tonight, so it was good.
When he did go over, was there a moment where the father overtook the coach a little bit?
Yeah. But we had a game to win too. I had to be the coach, and I'll enjoy a beer with him tonight and enjoy his first game.
All right, well, that was a lovely moment, but Brandy's attention taken away. I won't even pressure him for an answer there because he's just seen Tommy Fleetwood bogey the last. I mean, from the moment he came up short, he looked sick. He looked like he wanted to vomit, and then he stepped up and left it short.
He looked like he was in pain,
yeah,
didn't he?
He
He looked like he was in pain. Now he's in real pain because he just bogeyed the last.
Yeah.
So
Best he could do was a
Keegan Bradley has a 4-footer. He missed a 5-footer for par.
Okay,
Tommy Fleetwood.
let's interrupt
Keegan
the round.
Bradley.
Call it, Brandy. It's all
This
yours.
is for the win.
Bradley for the win.
Keegan Bradley.
Traveller Championship.
He's online.
And
he's got it.
And he's got it. Wow.
Tommy
wow.
Fleetwood. Oh, my God.
Wow. Sport
Him and his
dog.
caddy are almost punching each other.
Keegan Bradley wins the Travellers' Championship, and I think it's fair to say Tommy Fleetwood loses it, literally. He lost it. He lost it.
3-shot lead coming into the final round. Bogey's the last. Keegan Bradley's played a great hole on 18.
Wow.
But he's birdied,
all right.
birdied
That's the
last.
golf. Let's get back to the round of review, just more on Canberra Tigers. Tigers going back over a month now, they were sitting 5-4. Then they got hammered by Melbourne. That took it to 5-5, and Benji went into a bye and said, "Little reset. We're sitting 5-5. Got to be happy with that." Now they're 5-9.
Yeah.
Where are the Tigers at this season?
Well, we went through their last month, and take away the big loss to the Melbourne Storm, they have been in all the matches that they've gone down in. Push Penrith all the way, 18-14, 16-12 on Friday night against the Raiders. We're down 16-0 at half-time, showed a bit of character to come back into the game. There was moments there where you thought they could have evened up, could have levelled up the scoreline, could have, in fact, even won it. Canberra scored all their tries in a 10-minute period between around the 10th and the 20th minute. Then it was shut up shop, and they hung on by the skin of their teeth, but they did it well. And the Raiders have won games in all fashion this year now. Tigers, well, they're in a bit of strife. They've lost 5 in a row.
Warriors, Panthers, I'm sticking by my statement on Fox League straight after the game on Saturday. The Panthers are back. The way that they went about that victory, Ivan Cleary made an early call. No 5 Origin stars. They prepared for the match. They know they're going to a full house. They got James Fisher-Harris leading the Warriors, all of that. And the Warriors played well. Penrith played better for mine. I say they're back. Brandy, what say you?
I don't know if they're back. I still think that, Andrew, it was a great win. There's no doubt about that, because this side was pretty ordinary a month ago against Newcastle, where there was no Origin players. So the same group had to get the job done against the Warriors over there. It was one of their best wins of the season. I still think I've seen Penrith this year take a couple of steps forward, and then the following week take a couple back. But
Bulldogs Thursday.
But with those players coming back into the lineup after being rested, looking forward to Thursday night.
We're told the two most likely, or the two most in doubt, are Cleary and To'o, both set to play Thursday night against the Bulldogs. That's big. We move along to the Dolphins and the Knights. Now, earlier in the show, we hailed, give credit where it's due. Adam O'Brien has been under enormous pressure, and he's taken the side over to Perth against the Dolphins, who are free-flowing, scoring tries for fun, and the Knights get the job done, albeit in the last minute.
Yep.
Knights, got to be happy.
Yeah. Looked a lot better with Bradman Best in the side. Bradman Best just adds something special. So Best and Dom Young, with Kalen Ponga having one of his better games in the last couple of months, they're a pretty good side. They're a pretty good side when they've got everyone fit and ready to go. They're still struggling injury-wise, a couple of front rows. Thompson still missing. Saifidi missing. Adam Elliott missing, so they got a lot of players out, middles, but then so are the Dolphins. But it was a good match, and look, for them to win it in the 80th, again, showed a fair bit of character in Newcastle, and just takes the heat off Adam O'Brien for a week.
Rabbitohs Storm was stunning. I mean, Latrell
was
Mitchell
an
had a
amazing
chance to
game.
win it with a sideline goal, missed, but then the field goal attempt that he did,
They all thought
seriously went 70 metres.
Harry Grant. I
was
said,
still going up past the post.
I know, but he barely
Massive.
struck it.
Oh,
Like it looked like
amazing.
he didn't. He did. Now we had in at Fox yesterday was Harry Grant and Jai Arrow.
Yep.
And both were on the field. Jai said, "I thought he'd kicked it."
Yep.
So did Harry Grant. Harry Grant said, "I thought Latrell's field goal was over." Latrell then missed that sideline conversion from the Tyrone Munro try. He set 4 up. AJ scored 4 down that left side.
Amazing.
I thought my takeout from the game was I thought the Tyron Wishart try off the Suafalongo bomb catch.
How fast he was moving. Whew.
But it was a kick from Latrell that went up into the sky. Like it was rain. And Harry Grant said the same thing. I said, "What about Sua catching?" He said, "I turned around. I couldn't believe how high that kick went. He attacked it.
Yeah,
he
attacked
sprinted onto it.
Sprinted onto it.
That was an incredible try. But and a great, in the end,
Great game.
Yeah,
Great game.
It was a great game.
Entertainment.
Actually, Saturday was fantastic for
Yeah,
him.
it was. Then we go into Sunday, Broncos Sharks. We've spoken a bit about the game, obviously incidents within it. I still don't. As I think about it, I don't know how Cronulla lost it. I don't know how. I was flippantly
agree.
saying 34 all, but I thought Sharks had 40 points in them yesterday, and for some reason they don't score anything in the last 30 of the game. Their last try is when they're down to 12. When Bradley goes over half time, the lead by 16.
That's right.
Then what happened? What would Fitzy do today? What would he say?
I don't know. You'd have to go over the video and go, well, how did we lose that game? What did we do wrong? And I heard Fitzy, and have we heard a bit of Fitzy?
Yeah, we can get a little bit of...
Let's get a little bit of Fitz.
Craig Fitzgibbon on the
Always good
Sharks'
to listen to.
performance after the loss, 34-28 after they led by 16.
I thought we got points in the first half, but I still thought we were kind of flat, to be honest. Wasn't really ever feeling like we put the game away at any point. Scoreboard might have suggested we're going okay, but for the stuff that we wanted to improve on, it wasn't looking like it. And then, sure enough, the cost of energy of sin bin, and then our discipline not towards the referee, but the discipline to stick in our plan and follow our defence. Discipline in defence has been poor for weeks. Then discipline with the ball, decision making, it's been poor.
There you go, discipline.
Decision making with
everything.
the ball,
Very unhappy
discipline in
coach.
defence. And I've heard him talk about that, a number of times. Discipline in defence, and they can score points, but sometimes they just. I don't know. They did seem to make a lot of errors in the final 20 minutes.
Well,
Drop
season
ball, kick,
in the
kicks.
not in the balance, because they're in the 8, but gee, it's a big game when they play Melbourne in Melbourne on Sunday. The 2:00 game, Cronulla go to Melbourne in Melbourne.
Well,
And
so
Melbourne
you didn't
coming
go the
off
early crow on that one. What is your early feelings?
Well, I'm not
It's
tipping
hard to
against
go
Melbourne in Melbourne, but
No.
I'm not wrapped. I've been question mark on Melbourne all year that they're not as good as premiership favourites indicates.
Yes. Is Gemmet Shibasaki the most improved player in the competition? So he made his debut in 2018.
Yep. Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago. So 7 seasons of NRL.
Journeyman.
Played 29 games.
Yeah.
29.
Yeah.
29. That's all.
Played Japanese rugby, 4 games.
Now
for
he's
the Green
scored 10
Rockets.
tries. I think he's broke about 70 tackles
So he scored 6 tries in his first 29.
in 7 years.
He's suddenly scored 10 tries
Yep.
this season, and he's broken 70 tackles.
Yep.
Having not even been able to keep a start in Japanese rugby for the Green Rockets.
No, the Green Rockets. That's right.
Well, the Green Rockets, the one that got away.
But
Is the headline in the
so we're
in the Takatsu poster.
run off his clubs. He was Cowboys, Brisbane,
South,
Knights.
Yeah.
Did he have a crack at the Warriors?
Jeez,
He might have.
Yeah, well, not first, he might have gone over there. I don't know whether he had a game. But that's it. He was just bit part. He was
Yep.
4th man up.
He scored 2
amazing.
yesterday.
Amazing claim. Roosters, Cowboys, Roosters. Then Tom Dearden, one of the Origin players, backing up. What about his self-appraisal yesterday? This was a despondent Tom Dearden after the Cowboys loss, hammered by the Roosters, 42-8.
The body felt good. Like I was, ready to go, and I just, really disappointed in my performance. I thought I was horrible tonight.
Horrible. I thought I was horrible.
Yeah.
It would be. It wouldn't be a fun trip, would it? Back when Townsville's along, it's quite a trip. You go to the airport. Sometimes it's not direct.
Nothing worse getting on a plane after a loss.
Could anyone
Nothing worse.
crack a laugh? It's happened every week to them.
Yeah. Ruben Cotter and Reece Robson were the players rested, but they still had the other State of Origin players backing up. We've spoken about the Roosters and the spectacular tries that they scored off their offloading. And
so good.
Yeah.
Folks, go back.
5 tries second half.
Not everyone may have watched it right to the finish, but the Roosters' last tries, the second one to Marky Mark, is next level.
Next level.
Exhilarating.
As good as
Harlem
you'd see.
Globetrotters, just wonderful stuff. And the last game last night, Eels and Titans. A lot of errors, but the Eels rack up 36 points with no Moses or Brown. Now, that's a great performance. That's a great feather in the cap for the team and the coach.
Yeah, it is. And Jason Riles has done a great job with them. Isaiah Yongi was fantastic, apart from his intercept try that he threw to Lofty Khan-Pereira. Zach Lomax, I don't think there's a more influential winger in the game. Katonga is playing great for them down that left edge. Dean Hawkins now involved in 3 of their 5 wins. He's been the number 7 in 3 of their 5. 18-6 at halftime. Jaden Campbell, losing him to a Category 1 HIA was a blow for Des. That was tough. That was through the first half. Williams, Paulo, fantastic up front for the Eels. And in the end, a very good win.
Second tackle of the game, there was a drop ball. And then there was a bomb try, and there was a lot of errors. But if I'm a Parramatta fan, I'm smiling today. I'm walking around with a spring in my step. 36 points without your 2 key playmakers there. Well done, Jason Riles. And they lift off or away from the bottom of the ladder. Titans are left on, and where that leaves Des, I don't know. 4 wins, 10 losses. They do play the Cowboys this week. Got to give themselves a chance, but that's a lot of points to concede to a Parramatta side. Minus at Stars. That's our round in review for round 16. Round 17 is a cracker. Obviously, here on SEN, your home of rugby league, we'll be talking about that all week. There's so much to look forward to.
You know, Michael, doctors say a proper breakfast includes eggs, bacon, and breakfast with Vossy and Brandy. So get your daily fix through our socials and listen live on SEN Radio.